Glad to have you with us from Warren P. McGurk Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. So North Dakota State lined up and ready to kick it away to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UMass's offense will have the first possession of the game. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
He's going to go for a big one. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. Holds on. It's Adkins. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Makes the grab.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Good, strong tackle. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Tries to get it himself. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. UMass will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them back up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And now North Dakota State gets its first chance to go on offense. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on second and short. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Inside. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. They bring the punter onto the field now. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Offense in a bunch formation. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. Johnson looking to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. A strike downfield. Smashes through the tackle. He got loose, almost house and finally dragged down at the 32.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He leaves it with the back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Long way to go on second down. This time they'll throw it. Look out! Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. UMass to the line facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Harding. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Dead center perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
North Dakota State sends the offense out ready to get things rolling on this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Straight ahead, it's Scott. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wants to go up top on second down. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. It's a first and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Makes the grab. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wideout. Out wide left, it's Collins. Pickup of 8, it's now second and 2.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm there.
That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. First play of the period will be a second down. Caught by Williams on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's second and long. To the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
You want to talk about leg talent? That kid just made that kick 40-plus yards into the wind. That's incredible.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense in press coverage. On the move and looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Johnson wants to throw it. Going long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. UMass will line up to punt it away. Fields the punt. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. North Dakota State sends the offense out ready to get things rolling on this drive. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Second down, gonna throw it. Stepping to the right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught behind the line. It's Mitchell. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. 2nd and long here. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Back's got it on the screen. Turning it on. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole 9. He shows you all of it right there. Catches.
Touchdown, North Dakota State! Fired in from the red zone for the score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UMass ready to get things started as the offense takes the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Harding. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Griffin. Makes the grab. Down immediately. He picks up a few. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. All the way! Touchdown, UMass! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Sets his feet. It's Drake. Caught. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Escapes the pressure going right. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Needs it here on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Sells the run, looking to pass. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Caught in the backfield, it's Griffin. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Catch in the middle, it's Adkins. There he goes! Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Johnson wants to throw it. He's got it down the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And they can't make the connection.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf, it'll be third down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football.
And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense.
All kinds of room to the right. The 20. Touchdown, North Dakota State. They take the lead with the 6.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
On the return, it's Faulkner. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Minuteman offense taking the field, looking primed and ready to roll. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Fires to the middle. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Right at the line. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down, UMass. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Under pressure. He's got it. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. They'll send the back in motion. Johnson looking to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down. UMass will line up to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quick give. It's Mitchell. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Personal foul. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Leaves it in his belly. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Looking for a man. It's Drake. They'll run the screen. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Offense getting set for first down. Keeps it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The run inside. It's Mitchell. Just smothered on the play.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one.
214 close. 214 close.
Looking for the marker. And he's in. Touchdown, North Dakota State.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sells the run, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little.
He's going to let it go. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Making his first move. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Sells the run, looking to pass. Moving to his left. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And I really love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you can put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up, and you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw it straight. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Just got rid of that one.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He splits the uprights, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The UMass offense returns to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Johnson wants to throw it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that look.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on fourth. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Into the house. Touchdown, UMass.
There's some plays where you just have to have it if you're going to have a chance to win a game, and that was one right there for the offense, David. Fourth down, and they come up with a massive touchdown, a big-time play to cut into this lead. There's still time left on the clock, but they have a lot of momentum on their side right now.
And how deflating is that for this defense, man? You got them in fourth down. You got the lead. You've got it everything right where you want it. You could almost end the football game, and you give up the big play and momentum back to the other side. That's a terrible play for this defense.
Motion from the back. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Scott. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Off play action. Rush right in his face. He'll throw it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Third and long right. Looking downfield, it's Drake. He's going to take off. At the 35, he's loose. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your...
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Drops back on 1st down. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Fires to the right and wings it incomplete.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Trying to pick up the first, out of the backfield. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good, easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Minutemen. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. These 2 guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Drake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. UMass ready to get things started as the offense takes the field. Let's see if this offense comes out swinging from the first play of the drive down late. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by 1 possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Left side is Harding. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Johnson looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
A nice play by this defense, and now you are one play away. Like, you've got the lead, you've got to pin your ears back. You're coming home, and you're playing the pass on this play, and you are trying to end this game right here.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it down the field. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Rid of it on the RPO. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top.
Well, tempo's going to be a big deal right now, but 4th down.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Makes the grab on the left. And they get him out of bounds. He wasn't even close to converting that, and that defense flexes its muscle. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Well, you just wondered how much more magic this guy had in him, right? We've seen some unbelievable throws in this game into some really tight windows. On that 4th down, though, David, just not enough. He just didn't have it. You got to give the defense credit. They had a better call on. They made the play, and that's why they win the game.
Well, they forced him into the 4th down. Must-have situation. The defense, I think the discipline, the great job in coverage, understanding where the sticks are. And listen, they've given up some plays, but they needed it now, and their team needed it now. And when the moment was the brightest, they came through, and they got the stop.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
That is add the insult to injury. Running the football late. Could have taken a knee. Could have ran the clock out. But those stats count. Those stats matter. And this handshake with the coaches might get a little more interesting.